Hello, everybody. It's Johnny Thunder late night with a good friend of mine, Mr. Spaz Phoenix. Say hello to everybody.
What's up, guys?
And we're gonna do a Raw review tonight. I don't know why, but we are.
Well, you do know why, because you messaged me while I wasn't home and you said, hey, want to do a Raw review tonight? I'm in the mood.
Well, now I'm not in the mood, but I'm just doing it because we agreed to do it.
And because I'm sexy.
That's disgusting.
And I know it.
So,
and the ironic thing is, for those of you who do follow me on my channel, which is just youtube.com/SpazPhoenix, I won't be doing my Extreme Rules review until about Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. It is coming eventually, I promise.
That's gonna be so outdated by the time you get to it.
Yeah. I have lots of thoughts that, anyways.
So let's talk about Raw tonight. We open up with the whole Lesnar Triple H debacle. What did you think about that?
I thought it was cool, strictly from the point of view that everybody that's come in, like most recently being sort of The Rock, and then Lesnar, and then even more Tensai a little bit, it's like all these names that have come in seemingly only to feud with Cena. It's nice to see one of these, big names that they brought back in to fight Cena actually go after somebody else. Mm-hmm. It'll be like if I see, Jericho go off and start an actual big feud with somebody else and break away from Punk, because it seems like they've been brought in to fight with only one guy, and that can only last so long. Mm-hmm. And I like this, and Triple H sold everything that Lesnar did to him like beast, so really can't complain. I always love Triple H coming out to put Mr. Johnny Ace, Mr. Excitement, Mr. Laryngitis in his place. That will never get old. So
I really like that move that he does with the arm. What is it, the Kimura or whatever it's called?
I believe that's how it's pronounced. I have like -5 as far as like MMA knowledge.
Yeah, me too. So no clue.
I think you and I have the same opinion on MMA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not. It bores me. I can't get into it. But I do admit that move is kind of BA, and it looks. I don't know if he legit does it or like eases up a little bit. But when he did it to Triple H, it looks real. It looked like it really hurt.
Well, the thing is, you could put somebody's arm in an uncomfortable position and then just sell the fact that you're putting more effort into it, and as long as the person sells that it hurts, it's pretty cool. It's not the same as, faking a punch, where you can either do it really well or do it really horribly.
I think this is setting up the inevitable Triple H versus Lesnar match, which apparently hasn't happened before.
I don't believe so, because, like I said in my thoughts on the potential Lesnar-Orton feud, most of Lesnar's first run was done on SmackDown, and, Triple H has always been on the main show as far as I can remember. And the one time he was traded to SmackDown, it lasted about 3 days.
And if you remember the original storyline for them having 2 titles instead of the one undisputed titles, because Lesnar went to SmackDown with the undisputed title and didn't want to face Triple H, basically, because Triple H won like no more contendership, and he didn't want to face him, so he left.
Right.
And it's just, I was talking to my friend about it. He's like, they wrestled in 2002. I was like, I don't remember this ever happening. So if I'm wrong, forgive me.
Was it for anything significant, or did they just happen to face each other?
It must have not been significant, because I remember almost every Lesnar feud that he's had in 2003, and I'm assuming Triple H will be out with his storyline injury for a few months, maybe to like SummerSlam, and have that big match with Lesnar, which is going to be really good. I can already tell.
Well, see, here's the thing: is the rumor already is Lesnar Orton for SummerSlam, which I could see, and if Triple H is sort of, he had that struggle before he fought the Undertaker, where he's like, I can't be fighting anymore. I need to take control of my COO duties or whatever. I can see Orton as, like his former Evolution buddy, etc., wanting to take up the mantle for him, and that could lead to the Orton-Lesnar feud that way.
Or the way they could do it is Lesnar's just running over everyone in WWE. He's not listening to the rules. No one's controlling him because Triple H has been gone with the arm injury. So Triple H can say, you know what, the board of directors told me to stop you, and I'm going to stop you. And if it doesn't happen at SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell would be a good match for those two.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to see Triple H in another Hell in a Cell so soon after the epicness that we saw at
I don't. It's just like regardless of whatever story leads to, I see it happening this year, and I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah. I could also see Triple H calling on another former Evolution mate that we haven't seen in a while.
Batista. We can go on and on about this one segment, but I have a 15-minute limit. Other than you.
Oh, and we're already 7 minutes in. That's horrible.
So basically, then Eve Torres comes out and botches her opening line very badly.
Why does Eve get a microphone, and why is she trying to be the WWE version of Miss Tessmacher?
I don't get it either, but she announces the Beat the Clock challenge, and the first match is Miz and Santino.
And I mark like a mofo because my boy finally beat the dude.
I know. Thank God it happened. I had a feeling Santino was going to win, and I was already depressed about it. I was already crying, but.
Okay, it almost happened at Rumble like last year. It almost happened at the Elimination Chamber this year. Why does Santino Marella keep getting close to world title pictures? It's ridiculous.
If they gave him a serious character, which would be very unbelievable now that he's played that same persona for so long, then I can see it. But he's never getting a serious character.
The thing is, at this point, they've passed the point of no return, because even if they gave him a serious character, nobody would take it seriously.
Yeah, that's why no one takes Lord Tensai not that serious, because it's Albert.
Oh, come on, everybody takes the Hip Hop Network seriously.
So the match itself wasn't, like that exciting. It was just okay. I'm glad that Miz won.
Well, see, here's the thing, and it was kind of a receipt for me from Extreme Rules, because the pre-show Extreme Rules match that was for the U.S. Championship was Miz literally owning shop for a while, and then Santino beating him with goofball bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't see that tonight, so that made me a happy kid. He set the time to beat at 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Is there anything else we need to say here?
No, nothing. What happened after that? Because I'm very bad at order of what
Layla basically slapped both Bellas out of the ring and held on to the Divas Championship.
I didn't watch that. I walked away. So, okay, good for them.
Layla's hot. Good to see her back. Anything else to say to that?
I don't care if she's hot or not. I still walked away.
That's how that feels. Anyway, the match in the Beat the Clock challenge was Jericho versus Big Show. Just give it a little bit of a rundown, because I do have some notes, because I did consider also doing my own review, and I take a lot of notes. Basically, Show dominates with power. Jericho attacks the knee. Show tried a small package, which was amusing. Big Show hits the spear, and I'm sorry, somebody that big hitting the spear, it's not perfection, it's not Goldberg or Edge worthy, but for somebody that size, it's pretty damn good.
I like Big Show's spear, it works.
Yeah. Jericho sort of choked him over the rope. I think Jericho momentarily thought he was in the Royal Rumble. That was amazing. Show basically launches himself over the guardrail, looking like a goof. Jericho wins by countout, and did not beat The Miz's time. He went over by 1 second.
Here's my issue. I have a feeling this was a botched finish. Just by everyone's face, it looked like they legit messed it up.
Well, you heard Michael Cole before they went to break. It said, okay, hopefully by the time we get back, we'll figure this out.
I had a feeling that Jericho was supposed to win this whole Beat the Clock thing tonight. But...
but if Jericho was supposed to win, they could have fudged that 1 second the other way and say that he got in time. So.
No, but they don't think the fans are stupid. The fans would have noticed that, and they wouldn't have accepted it. You know that. So they have to switch it up. That's my... I thought it was a botched finish. I really do.
All right, well, fair enough. Do we want to see Punk Jericho 3 right away?
I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't.
I wouldn't mind, but I do, like I said, I want to see Jericho, I'm glad that he's back. I'm a mark for Jericho, and I would love to see him face off with more than just Punk and Kofi Kingston, because that's basically all he's doing, except for his match with the Big Show here. But we have our dose of Lotus Play for the evening, and he squashes JTG, which makes me sad, because even though everybody else hates him, I still am a fan of JTG.
Who's JTG?
What?
Who's JTG?
Oh, right, I gotcha.
I have no clue who that guy is.
I see what you did there.
He just shows up on Raw like every 2 months and loses to somebody.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you know it.
I got it. You're driving it home. I'm picking up what you're laying down. So it's another clay squash. We go to the back. We see Laurinaitis and Eve He was trying to calm down. I thought, she keeps telling him not to look down her shirt. You have anything to say about Orton versus Swagger? Because I really don't.
That was the most predictable match I've seen in so long. Like, once they said it was Swagger, I walked away and made popcorn for like 5 minutes. Like, I knew it was going to happen. There's no way Swagger was going to win that. And I was right.
And Orton wins, beats Mrs. Time by 2 seconds. We have one of my fave 5 out, another one of my fave 5 in. I'm a happy kid. We move on. We had the Tag Team Championships on TV.
Yeah, and Prima Epica lost again.
And they lost their titles this time.
And then boring Abraham Washington showed up. I don't care about him at all. The crowd had no reaction when he showed up backstage. There was absolutely no reaction.
I love the logic. If I had been your agent, you wouldn't have lost. So in other words, okay, Rosa doesn't cheat enough for you. You need me as well.
Who cares? Who cares about him?
I mildly laughed a little bit when Primo started the match by kicking Little Jimmy.
It's been done before though.
The way they won wasn't too bad. Like R-Truth doing the slingshot into Kofi's Trouble in Paradise. It wasn't a bad little spot.
I guess so. I mean,
the commentators took this match as an opportunity to let us know, hey, go to WWE. The fella's just got fired and Triple H's arm is broken. So a tag team championship match as an opportunity to sell WWE.com.
We have 3 minutes, my friends, so we gotta wrap it on up.
Yeah, Khali versus Kane was Khali versus Kane was painful.
That wasn't painful, that was horrendous. What was I watching? It was like 2 fat mooses trying to lick each other's butthole.
It was like 2 drops of frozen syrup trying to get to the bottom of the tree.
Kane is fun to watch, but not against Khali. And Khali is just...
Any combination of Kane, Big Show, and Khali in a match is brutal.
Mm-hmm. So there's not much to say about that.
Okay, and the last match was Daniel Bryan versus Jay the Okay, they announced this, and I'm like, alright, so Daniel Bryan's facing CM Punk and over the limit. Good to know.
Which I like. Like, they're going to give him a pay-per-view match with no commercial interruptions and a decent amount of time.
You know what, that's exactly... I was in conversation with, not this John, but the other John from Beer Money 2K, and the very last thing I said to him before we got into this conversation was, alright, so Punk Bryan is finally going to happen at a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. And I got a bunch of capital yes, because he's friend Alex, who's the biggest Daniel Bryan mark ever. Alright, last segment of the night. Straight in the sling. Sort of talks about the beatdown that he got from Lesnar. He talks about, being injured versus being hurt. And Ace comes to give him a whole bunch of bullshit. Cena makes fun of him. Laurinaitis introduces Lord Tensai. Lord Tensai comes and beats him down. We find out that the epic main event of Over the Limit is going to be John Cena versus Mr. Excitement.
And you know what? A lot of people were pissed, but I laughed. I think it's going to be funny. It's going to be it's just going to be entertainment, and it probably will be the main event. And a lot of IWC smarks are really upset. But I've been waiting so long to see Laurinaitis get his butt kicked really badly, so I'm not upset about this.
My problem with this is my same problem with any of the Laurinaitis feuds. Cena is not Austin, and Laurinaitis is not McMahon. Mm-hmm. And that might sound simplistic, or it might sound like I'm, harkening back to the Attitude Era, or whatever you want to say, but it's just not. And they need to find a new direction than harkening back to something that they know worked back then and trying to do it with completely different people. That's my only thought on that.
Well, thanks for joining me on this, big boy. Tell everybody where they could find you.
YouTube.com/SpazPhoenix, @SpazPhoenix on Twitter, Facebook.com/SpazPhoenix.
You're all over. You're all over, and you know where to find me because you're listening to me right now, so there's no point in telling you.
Right?
Enjoy your whatever you do, people. We're out of here.
Peace.